Hello dear students. This video I'm going to teach you how to study smart. Not hard, smart. 3 techniques, 2 concepts. Simple but very powerful. Stay tuned, it's surely going to benefit you. My name is Dr. MD. I'm an international author. I've authored multiple books. One of my books is Hidden Secrets of the Topper's Mind. It's exclusively written for the parent, student, and the teachers community. I have broken a Guinness World Record in super memory. I hold a doctorate in peak performance and personal mastery. This is my dissertation. Now, coming back to the video, you see, like I said, this will surely benefit you. Make sure that you are tuned in and watch this video fully. And before we begin, before I start teaching you the 3 concepts, sharing with you, the 2 techniques that can accelerate your study performance, I want you to go to the description below, click on the link, and make sure you register for my upcoming workshop. Right now, maybe the doors are closed. I'm not sure. Check. If they are, we will definitely let you know once the doors are open. This workshop has helped students failing in the exams crack some of the toughest exams in our country. And I'm sure it's going to help you. So let's begin. You see, just one day before the exam, when you are already all prepared, usually what happens is students don't talk much. They have this belief that they will forget their answers if they speak, if they talk to other people. The next day morning, at the breakfast table, they go, no, don't talk, I'm studying, I'm reading, I'm studying. So they're always studying with the book, just before the exam. You sit on your two-wheeler, your dad's dropping you to the exam, and you're like, studying there. Maybe you're in the car, you're studying next to your dad. School bus, you're studying. What are you doing? You're cramming. You are by-hearting your answers so that you can go and write your exams. Now you see, this is working hard like a donkey. There's no point working hard like this. And what I've seen is students who score exceptionally well, students who master their subjects, do well, they do not do this. They have very different study habits. Now, what are those habits? I'm going to share them with you, a few of them, but very powerful habits. So you see, the first thing that you need to understand to study smarter is, you need to understand the difference between rote memory and mastery. Rote memory is where you by heart, right? Yada, 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 you by heart your answers. Mastery is where you understand your concepts. You become one with your subject. You get into a position where you teach the subject matter to others. You just don't solve problems. You create, problems and solve them or give it to your friends. It's the next best level. Is rote memory good? Let me tell you, rote memory has its own place. When you by heart your answers, maybe those are irrelevant to you after exams, those facts, those figures. So you just by heart them for the sake of your exams. You write your exams and you forget. It's okay. But if you are looking at certain subjects where you want to specialize in those subjects when you grow up, you want to learn machine learning or artificial intelligence or subjects like these. So you need to focus on your, let's say, 9th standard algebra. Right? So you need to master your subjects. You want to study journalism tomorrow. You want to get into politics. So you need to specialize in civics and your political studies, that is civics, and history, and all these subjects. So it depends on what your goal is. And whatever you want to specialize, you need to look at mastery. You need to master those subjects. How do you do it? I'm going to give you a few ideas today. And if you want to learn more, my advanced level teaches students to master their books. They master their 200 pages book in just 20 to 30 hours. Yes, mastery level. All right. So now let's look at the last method. This is going to help you study smarter. All you have to do is first, LAAS is, the L stands for let go. Now, what does let go mean? You got to let go of your external clutter that is there, your study space, right? Make sure that you let go of all the garbage that's around you, books that are unnecessary, your smartphone that makes you dumb. You give it to your mom. You unclutter the space. You Let go of the things that you love but are not related to your studies, that are not relevant to your studies. And you also let go of your negative self-talk that you have inside your head that tells you, no, I can't do math, no, this is tough, I can't, study this is very boring, why am I even studying? Or maybe the pressure that's created at home, or maybe you got some negativity from your friend or your teachers or your neighbors or whoever it is, the rickshaw wala, the taxi driver who dropped you. So this negativity, when you carry inside your head, you tend to lose your grip on your studies. You will not be able to bring your attention, your concentration to observe. So you got to let go. One of the techniques that you can use to let go is take a deep breath in. Think about your goal, about your studies and how important it is. And then the next breath, when you exhale, imagine the negativity going out, just dissipating, just disappearing. You breathe in positivity, you let go of your negativity. You do that 3 to 4 times, you let go. You are in that clear space, clear, energetic space. All right? And once you let go, the next step is you get into what I call alpha state of relaxed alertness. It's a state that helps you absorb more material in less time. We bring your mind and your body together, right? Integrate your mind and body and take it to your studies so that you absorb better. Now, you see, you need to understand that studies do not happen when your mind is very alert, okay, super energetic, it's just jumping around everywhere. It is relaxed alertness. That is to say, your body is relaxed, but your mind is super alert. Now, how do you achieve this state? One of the things that you could do is, just before you study, move around for 5 to 10 minutes, all right? Walk around, move around. If you're not able to walk, move your body. All right, 5 to 10 minutes, exercise a little. So here you take control of your body. And then the next step is you do your deep breathing exercises. You breathe in, hold the breath for some time, and then release. Breathe in, hold the breath briefly, release. Do that 5 to 10 times. So what happens is, because you moved your body, right? So you have taken control of your body now. And then because of your breathing, you're taking control of your mind too. So you are alert and yet you are relaxed. And then when you are in this state, you go ahead and study and absorb. How to study? I'm going to talk about it in a moment. I'm going to give you a technique to study. All right. And once you have absorbed the material, the next thing that you got to do is share the material. Let's say you learn something from biology. Maybe you learn evolution. So you go ahead and share those concepts and ideas with your friends, teach it to them. And if you say, no, I don't have any friends, I'm a loner, I don't like sharing and all that, I strongly suggest you do. If you don't have any friends, that's okay. You can always go to the mirror, right? So there was a time when I never had a lot of friends. So mirror, and then you explain it to yourself, right? Or you explain it to your pen. You explain it, you share it. That's the idea, all right? So this is the method: let go, ASRA, alpha state of relaxed alertness, and then absorb and share. And how do you absorb? Now see, to absorb your material, you got to understand primacy and recency effect when we talk about memory. And when we talk about memory, let me tell you, like I said, I hold a Guinness World Record in super memory. So I happen to be one of the best in the world to teach you these concepts, these ideas. You may want to pay close attention here. See, whatever you study at the beginning, you remember that. And whatever you study at the end, you remember that. And whatever you study in the middle, you tend to forget. So you remember the beginnings, you remember the endings. So to remember better, to study better, you need to have more number of beginnings and more number of endings. That ways, you use this effect to your advantage. So more number of beginnings, more number of endings means you need to have breaks when you study. Don't study at a stretch. Oh, mama, I'm studying here from 3 hours. I'm studying. No, the mind will not absorb. You will end up working hard like a donkey. So don't do that. Don't study too hard for 3 hours. Doesn't make sense. There's a way to do it. You need to understand primacy and recency effect, so that you don't study like a donkey. So no long hours here. Let's say you study for a 3-hour session. What you do is you use the Pomodoro Technique. You study for 25 minutes and take 5 minutes break. Now you see, a lot of people tell you, maybe you have heard about this, but let me tell you, when you take the 5-minute break, not many tell you that during that break, please do not turn your cell phone on, your smartphone, and start diving into your Insta account and browsing your reels and maybe talking to someone else. What you could do is sip some water, right, and close your eyes, do your breathing, and recall whatever you have studied, or revise. Just recall whatever you have studied, or take a walk. But make sure you don't open your smartphone, because you see, the moment I've spoken this in one of my videos. The moment your attention gets diverted, let's say you sit and let's say you open your Insta and you go, scientists today tell us that the moment you get distracted, to bring that attention back to your work, it takes 25 minutes. So 5 minutes you browse, it's going to take 25 minutes to, after you stop browsing, it takes 25 minutes for you to start focusing again. So you will end up wasting a lot of time. Never ever do that. And whatever you have studied, those connections inside your brain, they're going to go weak when you have that habit. So 25 minutes of study, 5 minutes of break where you relax. Okay, where you relax. So that's your technique. Another technique here. Now listen very carefully. Now you see the technique here, it's I call it the knife story. You see, there was this young man, he lost his job, and he was not very skillful. So he was looking for a job, a young poor man. And finally he got a job, and at a restaurant, the manager liked him and he said that, okay, I'm going to give you a job. Now, what's the job? You got to chop onions. So he said, chop onions? But, happy to help. So he got excited, super excited, because he was searching for a job for months together and there wasn't any food to eat. So he got a job at a restaurant, food twice and money every day. So he was happy, right? So with that excitement, he started chopping the onions. About 200 onions in a few hours. The manager was stunned. He dropped his jaw with amazement. He was like, wow, good hire, right? And then the next day, 200, the third day, 200. But after the third day, the count of the onions fell down, from 200 to 150 and then 100. And then the manager took a note of it. There was a day when he was able to chop only 50 onions. Same time, 50 onions. So a week before, 200, the number was 200, and now it's just 50. So the manager, gets angry with his performance, goes and talks to him. Now it's like a student. You see, June, July, August, your performance is amazing. When the academic year starts, your performance is amazing. And then later, the performance goes down, right? The same thing happened with him. So when he went and spoke to him, wanted to understand what was happening, he saw that the enthusiasm of this particular person, the enthusiasm was the same, the excitement was the same, but the performance had come down. And they realized that the performance came down because when he, when he used the knife to chop those onions, he never sharpened the knife. Now you see, this means to say, you got to sharpen your mind every single day before you study new subjects. Because if you don't sharpen your mind, your performance is going to go down. Now, what is sharpening the mind? One of the ways to sharpen your mind is your revision. All right. So you study smarter when you revise, and it's like sharpening the mind, sharpening the same knife. Okay. When you don't revise the same subjects, you're going to forget. All right. So you sharpen what you have studied by revising. How do you revise? Whatever you have studied, make sure that you revise it in 24 hours and then later 7 days and then just before exams. And if you want in-depth help where you can sit and plan your studies, how to approach and all that to crack some of the toughest exams, I'll be glad to help you. All you have to do is visit this website and register for my brain and memory training, and I'm sure it's going to change your life. It has helped hundreds and thousands of students. I've done more than 1,000 seminars and workshops, offline workshops, and now I've come to the world of internet, right? So go ahead, register, make use of these techniques, and make sure that you also let me know what are the techniques that you use to study smarter. So go ahead, be smart and take charge of your lives, and I'll see you soon.
Shop taken by Ahmed Muhammad is of very high order, and it's much useful to the personal development of each person.
This workshop isn't just about memory. Dr. Ahmed has made us laugh, cry, and a lot more. We've had a lot of fun. And more importantly than memory, he's brought me close to my mom again, which has not been like that in a long time.
मैं डॉक्टर अहमद का जो ये वर्कशॉप ज्वाइन किया है, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. मेरे बच्चों में एक ग्रेट इम्प्रूवमेंट फील कर रही हूँ, और जो मैं कभी समझ नहीं पाई, सोच नहीं पाई, वो सोचने समझने की शक्ति और वो जो नया एक तरीका है या नई सोच उन्होंने हमारे अंदर डाली है, मैं उससे बहुत ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस हूँ.
So the main difference between the coaching classes and this is that the coaching classes teach you the material, but the MD sir over here teaches you how to learn the material. So I feel that learning how to learn the material is really very, very important to learn the material. So this program is worth it, and I have spent about 2.5-3 lakhs on coaching classes, but they are not up to the mark, and like a fraction of that amount is being paid to MD sir, and the results are 100 times better than what the coaching classes can give.
मैं सबको ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि इतनी पावरफुल क्लास है कि अगर ये नहीं किया तो जिंदगी का एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा मिस कर दिया. मैं बता रही हूँ कि प्लीज ज्वाइन करो, डोंट मिस दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी.